preparing to start. The progress thing is going. It says we're now live on YouTube.
We are live. Hello, everybody. We're going to wait for BBD to be able to tweet out the link as DJ hits a single, and then we'll start the show. I don't have the music, though.
Yeah, on the podcast app end, we should be good, but on YouTube, I think we just don't have it.
I wonder if that's something we can figure out down the road.
Yeah, I mean, we can hold up a phone for the intro song at least, but yeah.
Nah. We it's not like we'd do music for this episode anyway.
No music anyways, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Worked
this
out.
would be a no music app.
Thanks, Shanks.
Self-fulfilling prophecy right there.
Okay, we have some people in the chat. So popping that out. Let me know when you have it tweeted, BBD. And then I will retweet, and then we can just fucking start. I didn't even see that. I'm looking at the Talking Yanks account right now. Boone yelled at the ump in the 6th inning.
I didn't see that.
Oh. Stan made good contact for the first time since being back.
It's a step. All right, link is tweeted.
All right. Okay. Good to go?
Yep.
Good, retweeted.
It's the 30th?
It is the 30th, yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Today is May. Is it May? April, May. Yeah. Today is May 30th. The Yankees season has ended per the rules that I put in place earlier this year. If you get swept by the Tigers, your season's over. Let's talk Yanks. No music today. 1, because they were bad. And 2, we don't have the ability to do it. It's a holiday weekend episode. So we're all at our own places doing this over Zoom. So if you usually watch on YouTube, appreciate you understanding that and knowing that it's not going to have all the glitz and glam that we usually have. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake, and producer BBD is here. Jake's coming to us from Connecticut. BBD and I are both in New Jersey. Are we in the same county, BBD? Do we both live in Bergen County?
We do.
Nice. Jake, what county are you in?
Ooh, huge question. Hartford? Litchfield? I have no idea.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, James. It's a Memorial Day for the record books, man. I think the whole Northeast is getting rain, and a lot of people were pretty excited for this weekend and had them muted a little bit. I think for Yankee fans, this is definitely one for the memory books, man. What a bad weekend to be a Yankee fan, and I think a lot of that's multiplied by rain. A couple people get some Knicks multiplication in there too. It was tough, man. And then right as we were setting up to record, my mom said, let's all do a family picture and matching shirts, which we've never done. We're 0 for life on that. And I was like, hey, the one thing I told you I was going to do all weekend, I'm doing right now. So now our Old Navy shirt team picture will be taking place after the podcast. So we're trying to turn the weekend around.
Dude, how did Old Navy commandeer the family photo? When my family does the July 4th, everyone wears the same shirt. It's Old Navy shirts. I mean, that there has to be, you love a good marketing campaign. They had to seep this into the zeitgeist of the nation. Like when you do a giant group family photo, you all wear Old Navy. I don't know how it happened, but I'm interested to read about it in the marketing textbooks one day.
Definitely some mom marketing, definitely some America stuff attached. So maybe you link that to the holiday. And all the shirts are technically unisex, so it's kind of that's part of it. So yeah,
they fit awful. They fit awful.
Yes.
They're like super loose above the pecs, like shoulder up is like loosey goosey, and then it gets super tight right underneath the pecs. We do it every year, and every year I'm like, how is this a shirt? They're the worst fitting shirts in the world. I guess that makes them cheap to do in group photos. I always cut mine up into a tank or like sleeveless because it's the only way it fits properly.
That's mom got me the medium, which haven't been tucking into those in the past 3 years. So yeah, we're actually up top, we're good. Down low, things are troublesome. So we're gonna be a tits up Zoom.
I think you gotta be as still as you can with your mic.
Okay.
Getting a lot of
same to you. I see you moving that mic.
Is mine making that noise?
No, but we're a team, Jim. Come on. This is what the Yankees need. We need to be a team.
Yeah, mine's not XLR, so I don't think it would make that noise. The Yankees stink. The game is still going on. It's they have 2 on, so maybe we get a real big rally. Gio with the 3-run home run here, and then they score a bajillion runs in the 9th and win it. How about that? Salvage a season. It's bad, Jake. It's bad. Do you have burns? Do we want to talk about like injuries and stuff? Like
we normally do. We probably need to let a little bit of the let out so we can try to be as conscious as we can. A lot of AAA big league movement. I don't even know where you start.
Zach Britton, good news. He threw off a mound. I think he threw 18 pitches. So people are excited about that. That's awesome, but it's not one of the problems right now. Like having Zach Britton is awesome, but it doesn't change any of the problems right now. So, but I am happy for him that he's doing that. Any other updates on injuries? Stanton played, obviously. Gio's still playing through whatever he's playing through. Justin Wilson goes on the IL. That'll be talked about after we talk about game 1 a little bit. There's no other. Kluber is seeking a second and third opinion about his injury. So hats off to the guy giving the second opinion. Like automatically, we're going to seek a third. Whatever you tell us, just seek a third.
Go either way with it. Give me either extreme. We kind of don't care.
Yeah. I don't know what that even means. Like he doesn't want to be shut down for a month, so he's just trying to get better answers. Like Corey Kluber being shut down for a month ain't that killer.
He heard you on the pod. He heard you say you don't think he's coming back, so now he's getting a second and third opinion.
This leans more towards worse than good to me.
Well, wouldn't it be wouldn't you get a second opinion if you think it's not as significant?
Unless they downplayed how significant the first opinion actually was.
Corey's like, I'm more hurt than that, guys.
Yeah, or like they know a different outcome than they told us. Like maybe they didn't get the opinion that we think. They're searching for that by going to 2 more doctors.
Who was the first opinion? They got to be pretty butthurt.
Yeah, we told our fans that you're going to be throwing again in 4 weeks. So we just got to find a doctor that says that as well. Maybe that's the case.
I'm interested to find out. And let's be honest, it's all kind of on the back burner because even you're saying with Britton and good news, 18 pitches. He said he didn't feel sharp, but it was good to be out there. Like the Yankees' problems are so much more than all of that it's just like, okay, yeah, let us know. Britt, when you're back, cool. Kluber, get 5 opinions. See, let's get a handful.
I'd give one. If they wanted to swing by the office, I'd check out his arm, give an opinion.
I'd check out that shoulder.
Yeah.
Come in the back alley, Kluber.
Opinions as is.
My opinion would probably be like, looks good. I don't know.
Come in the alley, Kluber. Let me see what you got.
Yeah. The Yankees did not get shut out as Glaber hits an RBI to make it 6-1. So that's cool. All right.
There's the fun update that Severino rehab assignment might be next week.
Oh, I didn't know that one. That's fun.
I think he's doing a sim game today, so it might have already happened, or it could be tomorrow. And 6 days later, it sounds like he might be doing one in Tampa or rehab.
And they said they're going to keep him on a 6-day rotation. So I like that. Like we said, when and if Sevy comes back, it's going to be under tight parameters and baby gloves. So, but yeah, exciting news that, I mean, he could be playing in baseball games as of next week. And I like that they're going to do the 6-game approach. And again, with the other Yankee problems, I mean, it's not even on the stove right now. You got the stove, you got the side burners. Sevy's like thawing out.
Yeah. Biggest Yankee problem is the Yankees. It's the same thing. You know, if you go listen to an episode from August of 2018, when they got swept by the Red Sox, everything we said on that, and we're going back 4 years now, is still the same issues that the regular season Yankees face. We've been talking about it for 4 seasons now.
Yeah.
Malaise, throwing in the towel, just top down. There's some series where they turn off. And I mean, look at every pitcher they use this series. I don't know if I should save it for the game recaps or whatever, but like they're just they asked Boone this in the pregame show, like how much did the upcoming Rays and Red Sox series affect how you treated this series? And he was like, well, clearly a big week coming up, but we're always trying to win. And it's like, well, no, clearly, like, yeah, you're trying to win. Like the guys in the lineup are trying to win, obviously. And even as a manager, you want to win. Are you putting your best foot forward? No, your priority is very clearly the Rays and the Red Sox when you have no business doing that. The best teams don't have that mindset. The best teams just want to win every series, every game.
They handle their business.
Yeah,
they handle their business.
They're always looking ahead. They're always turning it on and off, on and off, on and off. It's tough, man. It's tough when it's so obvious.
Yeah. And that's what Kaster was trying to say on the broadcast, and you and I have been trying to depict for a long time, is that, you know, and this comes up with tanking in sports, is that the players on a tanking team, they're still trying their best. Their front office has put them in a position where they should lose. And that's kind of what the Yankees do in these series. And yes, the Yankees are giving their best effort on the field while they're playing, but also it's the message that's being sent top down. Like, we're not going to use our A guys. We're going to sit dudes in our lineup when half of our lineup is already hurt and missing. You're right, Jim. I mean, after the first game where the Yankees did use, you know, some of it was Cole and their good relievers. Since then, Davey, Albert Abreu, King, Cortez, Nelson. So, like, holy smokes.
They are more in love with using guys they know they're going to send down soon than trying to win the game at hand.
Tough.
It's crazy. Let's go into the burns because I want to. I guess. I mean, I don't know if I hope you didn't like spend a lot of time and write stuff. It's vacation.
No. These are going to be tight.
Detroit's trying to give them the game now as they have a costly. Oh my God! Did Gary get in a game? You gotta be fucking. Did you guys see what just happened? Whatever. Gary's up, battling, hits the ball in play. He hustles down the line. They throw it away. So now a run scores and Glaber moves to third. Oh my God. What? Oh, what? So Gary rounds first to get to second, and he would have got there, but then he stops halfway because I think he thinks that the ball went into the dugout or the camera well, and he automatically gets second. then he realizes I don't automatically get second. So they throw it to second and get him out to end the inning. It would have been second and third in a 6-2 game. Would have been like somewhat of a game situation. 2 runners in scoring position in a 4-run game.
Or even first and third if you don't try to go to second, because it's either go or don't. Tough.
And like once he realized he's dead, he kind of just got tagged instead of even trying to do a weird pickle thing to like Gleyber try to score first. I don't think it would have worked, but once you're dead, you kind of have to try that.
Might get hurt. That's what they'd say.
When they're bad, they're so bad. I don't know
It's
how. Bad. I don't know. Whatever. All right. The burns are brought to you today by Rise app. And if the Yankees are keeping you up at night, this is something you're going to need because sleep is important. I've been sleeping well last 2 days, partly because it's raining and my wife is gone and I have nowhere to be and nothing to do. So me and the dogs just been sleeping in. And I have the Rise app. I got a Fitbit to go with it, and it just lets you know, your sleep debt. If you've been need more sleep, need less sleep. I can read the official words, but I'm going to try and check mine right now because.
Yeah. And it's, Jim, we were talking about like, if you have a Fitbit, this is really cool. I don't have the bit and I'm starting to like it a lot more. Cause it does track your phone usage. So, I'm not a put the phone away 30 minutes before bed kind of person. I'm phone up until I fall asleep and then phone when I wake up. And it's cool. It shows you how much sleep you're missing out on. It shows when you should be high energy. It's cool. I think honestly, and no shots fired at Rise, I think we were pretty skeptical, but after using it, we're in.
Yeah, I currently have 3 hours of sleep debt I got to work off. It's a lot of late nights putting breakdowns together. And my energy level, it says that right now is my lowest energy level of the day. 4 o'clock is my lowest. So here I am grinding out a podcast where the Yankees are killing me with my lowest energy. So sleep is necessary as air, food, and water, but there are lots of myths and misunderstandings. Do you know that it's normal to feel groggy when you wake up and sluggish in the afternoon? However, it is not normal to feel tired throughout the day. Rise uses a scientific, fact-based approach to help you get the sleep your body needs. It's built around the 2 principles that sleep researchers agree most affect how we feel and perform: sleep debt and circadian rhythm. Man. Rise works by pulling historical data from your phone, apps, and wearables to tell you your sleep need, track your sleep debt, and determine the best time for you to sleep. Every morning, Rise tells you how long you'll be groggy, when your best focus times will be, and when you should start winding down for better sleep. Rise helps you realize your potential with real results, real productivity, real performance, real well-being. 80% of Rise users feel the benefit within 5 days. Give it a try and see what it can do for you. Go to risescience.com/Yanks and download the Rise app today to try it for 7 days. Whether you want to become a morning person, wake up more refreshed, be less exhausted during the day, or improve your productivity and daily energy, Rise is the power behind your next best day. That's risescience.com/Yanks. Try the Rise app. So we can do the burns. I think I can just find the music on YouTube if you want that.
Yeah, I'm good either way. Let's crank this out, babe. We're getting a sad episode, Memorial Day. Let's rip.
Okay. If I hit search and I have it, then I have it. If not, I don't have it. I think this is it. On your mark, get set, burn.
How about a weekend in the Motor City? Garrett J. Cole hoping to work out a win as the Yankees would hope not to face their demise versus Casey and the Tigers. Tigers would hit the J as Jamer Candelario rips a ribby single to kick off the scoring for Los Tigres in the 5th. The Yankees stink. Odor solo homer. We're tied at 1s. It would stay that way into Buenos Cantos in the 10th. The Yankees offense is under arrest, but the judge orders them one more on a pass ball. Okay, all right, we got the lead. Here comes Justin Wilson. 2 outs. There's strike 3. Oh no, borderline pitch, doesn't get the call, and then Wilson gives up a volleyball. That is gross, man. As Robbie kicks off a gross weekend for the Yanks. 3-2 Tigers win in 10. Cole, Peralta, Green, Chappie, and Wilson on the loss.
Nice. Pitchers duel. Yankees can't hit Casey Mize. Cole gets it done. You want to talk about like baffling managing decisions? Like, it's one of the standard rules of baseball that you don't use your closer in the 9th on the road.
Yeah.
It's like a tale as old as time. It's like, save your closer for a safe situation on the road, unless you're like, in like the 14th inning and the heart of your order's coming up next and you got no one else, or the 12th inning and the heart of your order's coming up next and you got no one else. But like especially yeah, man, it's just, that was, did they even ask Boone, like, why didn't you save Chapman for the save situation?
No, I mean, Jim, I wonder if it's because we've theorized about this before, because you've been pretty firm on use Chapman in the extra innings because strikeouts are more valuable because with the runner on second base. I wonder if Chappie gave them like I hate the extra innings, I'm not doing that or something, because I feel like we've seen them be dodgy around Chappie and extras. It's tough, and I mean, even tougher is just Justin Wilson in the 10th when he's not only has been struggling, but if you after the game put him on the IL and say he's been struggling with hamstring stuff for a while, then like, what the hell are we doing?
Also, they knew. Yeah. So, I mean, they used Wilson, the last guy in the bullpen who was injured, and Boone said, yeah, we knew he was injured.
Yeah.
What? And then if you're not using Lasagna, which we said they weren't going to use, and Litke, but they could have used those guys, man. It's not like it wouldn't have been groundbreaking. It was not like they would use them 3 times in a row. They were at 27 and 24 pitches the day before.
Damn. You don't even have to go that far.
Just do Chad for 2 innings. Yes, Sessa was fresh. He hasn't pitched in forever. Like, there was use Chad for 2, save Chappie for the save situation. Use Sessa, use Litke. They threw the worst pitcher on the team in a save situation, and caveat, they admitted after the fact they knew he was injured as they did it.
I'm saying
negligence.
Yeah. Favorite
almost
word.
as just utterly baffling. I mean, but harping on that too much takes away from the offense. Just 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. The only reason they had the lead is because Jake Rogers, the catcher for the Tigers, just dropped a ball that would hit him in the glove. Just horrible. Just absolutely horrible. But good job by the Yankees real bullpen. Wandy, Chad, and Araldez each go hitless for 3 innings. Cole gave up a good amount of hits, didn't strike out a lot, but got 6 innings, 1 earned. So, man, when it was already a baffling decision, and then you find out they also knew he was injured.
Yeah.
So are you just using him because he's going on the IL the next day? Or is it a phantom IL? He's just been awful. Like, what is it?
They said he's been injured for weeks. They said it's connected to his arm stuff, that his leg's been left behind. It's all true. There's literally, Jim, they could spin Loaizaga and Lakey. They pitched the game before they both threw 20 plus pitches. There's no spin at all on Luis Castillo. Significantly better than Justin Wilson this year.
Andujar just dropped a ball, pop up, foul ground.
Why are you guys watching?
It's on.
It's a mistake.
I like watching. It's just in front of me. Got to tell the people what's happening. Yeah, Jesus, it was bad. Now Wilson's out. O'Day's out. And the bullpen still isn't the problem.
No, I mean it. When you get into real usage, like if the Yankees were the good team that they think they are, Zach Britton would be great because we've talked about the Chad Green, Johnny Lasagna, juggle, and that kind of thing. So Zach Britton's been our setup guy and elite for the past couple years. So to get him back will be nice, especially if this Yankee team figures it out and starts using their bullpen appropriately. But yeah, no, Britton, O'Day, and Wilson on the IL right now.
Crazy. All right. Anything else about this game? Were there any other big plays or moments? Jamer Candelario crushes the Yanks.
Jim, we did this on the pregame show. People probably want to hear it, but the Wilson borderline pitch, looked like it wasn't where Wilson was aiming.
Can you unplug and replug? Hello?
Hello.
Sounds good. Yeah, I didn't have a crazy reaction to that. I thought it was pretty borderline, and also like that high outside pitch of all the four corners, the one that usually gets like where you can say, oh, usually they call that, I would say is like low and inside or high and inside, but high and outside is of all, like if it's going to be half in, half out on the charts, that would be the spot where I think that it's mostly called a ball. And so, yeah, it would have been nice if they called the strike and they won the game, but I didn't have it as blatant a bad call as I saw people reacting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great way to sum it up. I mean, Yankees internet's hot when that's your team, you want that, but it wasn't to the location. Like maybe if that's where they were aiming, you might have a better argument and maybe you get that call. But it is funny and just shows, the beauty of baseball a little bit. Goes from Yankees win, Yankees lost, just like that.
Boo. All right, let's go to game 2, which was even more fun. Are you ready for this?
I think so.
Here we go. On your mark. Get set. And burn.
How about a Saturday Davy Day in Detroit? How about it? He's back. Yankees are trying to turn the bull around versus Spencer and the Tigers. In the second bases, Huck, let's go, baby. Holy cow. Andujar grounded into double play. 1 run scores. The Yankees lead the universe in that. They only get 1 run out of the inning, and then the wheels fell off. Stinky Rugi, what are you doing, babe? Ignores second base, throws it away for funsies. That gives the Tigers their first 2 runs, and it would continue from there. Where's all the rum gone? Goodrum with the sac fly makes it 3-1 in the 4th. Jamer again. Get him and Grichuk on the same team, Tampa. No, don't do that. 4-1, make it 5 after the Miggy Cab sac fly, and then get me the scoop out of here. Jonathan Scope homers to left. It's 6-1. The falling apart of the Yankees season, but they're stoked. They only used 2 pitchers, Davy Garcia to Albert Abreu. The Double-A team loses 6-1 final.
Good times, good memories. This was a lifeless game. They had Davey go. They put out a lineup, like they rested Gio and Stanton. Stan had played 1 game and he just took 4 at bats and didn't run at all. Didn't he go 0 for 4?
0 for 5. Or in the first game, right? He went, 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts.
So
say it, baby.
No.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So he didn't run.
No.
So what was his 1 non-strikeout?
Let's see. Command finds Stanton.
It's his legs that have been injured, right?
He grounded into a fielder's choice to shortstop to end the inning. So he didn't even have to like run
He
that
didn't even
out.
run. He didn't even run. Dude. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What, dude? He didn't even. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And it frustrates me. I don't understand. Stanton went 0 for 5 with 4 Ks. Whatever. Whatever. Like he missed 10 days. Results wise, first game back. He looked like his timing was really off. Whatever. Who cares? Get back into the swing of things. It always takes him a little bit and then he gets hot. But they sat him afterwards because they said he's got to go slow. Dude, all you did, he walked to the plate, swung, walked back. What is happening with Stanton? It's just brainwash city?
Brainwash city, man. They're the Yankees front office feels like they made a mistake in Stanton, and they're preparing to have him for the next decade, and they're handling him with the most baby gloves I think an athlete may have ever been handled with.
That is, I mean, I didn't put it together that he didn't run.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. He didn't.
No running.
Whoa. Oh, shit. That's wild, man. As the Tigers make another error because they're just so bad as well.
The only thing I can think of that would kind of be a benefit of the dat thing to Stanton, which isn't any less frustrating, is the guy who DH'd is a guy they've enjoyed DHing while he was gone because he's been nursing stuff all year. So that's like the only thing that helps from the Stanton part of it. But
man, that's bizarre. So Stanton doesn't play, Gio doesn't play, Ford plays, Odor plays, Clint's out there, Andujar's out there. And my whole thing was there's 3.5 guys in this lineup that are playoff players. Not just for the Yankees, just like teams in contention. 3.5 guys. DJ, Judge, Glaber, and then Gary because he's like a catcher. And he is, despite it all, whatever.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean, Andujar, Clint, and Gardy are factoring into this team somehow. I mean, right now, 2 of them are outfield spots. We're hoping come playoffs, it's just one of them. But yes.
If it's Judge and Wright, Gardy and center, you can do that for defense. If Andujar or Clint are part of the playoff team, the Yankees are deader than dead. I mean, the front office has to know that. This front office, if they are looking at each other in the room and say, we got a winner right now, we just need some guys to turn it around, it might be the most delusional group of people in one room.
Jim, we know for a fact that's what they think. Because if they admit with the 29 and 23 teams, you know how front offices think. Think about when we heard that one front office this season who in their simulations, they were going to run away with their division. And it's one of the divisions that looked like it was going to be the closest in baseball. These guys are anchored in. You know, there's an analytics Clint guy. There's an analytics Andujar guy. I don't know. I don't know when they give him. I know they're going to need an outfield body. So it's going to be interesting to see who that is, if that's a center fielder, if that's a corner outfielder, and they're banking on Guardian center. But yeah, they're saying right now that, you know, Andujar doesn't have he's not a 241 slugging hitter, and Clint isn't a 172 batting average guys, but they are.
Yeah, but I said from the beginning, even if Clint was hitting really, really well, you still can't put him in the outfield in playoff games.
Well, they did the first 7 innings. That's what you do. You have a defensive replacement, and that's a lot easier to find and need. And technically, you already had that in Gardy. That was the plan.
I know. I don't think they can do that because his defense has come. Last year they didn't do it. They just scrapped him. and his defense was decent last year. Now he's the top 5 worst outfielder in MLB per the stats. And so whatever. And then, yeah, like Davey, I don't know if we're going to talk about Davey later. I might give him an award of sorts, but they leave him in when he gave up a home run and then just take him out. The game's close. What was it? What was the game after he gave up that home run? Was it 4-1 or was it was 3-1? No, it was 4-1. It was 4-1, 3-run game. No, hold up.
No, so Abreu gave up the home run. Davey didn't give up a home run.
Okay, so Davey in the 5th, when he gives up that leadoff double, at that point it's a 2-run game. Davey hasn't looked sharp all game, and what else? How much really are you going to depend on him? Why don't you have some of the good relievers up in the bullpen and just bring someone in? Like, there's so many people available now because they didn't pitch. There's so many people available. Litke's available, Lasagna's available, Sessa's available. Just put someone in to keep it at bay. Instead, they just let Davey pitch to however many pitches they want him to get to. Then they bring in Abreu because they know they're going to send him down the next day too. So that was their plan from the start. Like, it was 2-run. It was a 2-run game.
Yep.
And so, they're just mapping that out beforehand. Not good. Anything else on this one?
I don't think so. No, this is another. I mentioned this last episode when you look at a box score and it shows, doubles, homers, RBI, 2-out RBI. This one, the only offensive stats are a ground into double play, and then 0 for 4 with teams in running position. So we might need a stat for that. Like if you have an end of the box score that has no offensive superlatives, like we might need a name for that.
We have a very interesting situation, Jake, in game 3 right now. The Yankees are 1 out away from losing.
Sure.
And they're 1 swing away from tying the game. Aaron Judge in the box with the bases loaded.
This is why we decided to do this live, baby.
This is, with the season on the line, a home run here. And then maybe we don't get swept by the Tigers. Wonder who they'd bring in the pitch because Nelson's out of bullets, basically.
King to Cortez to Nelson.
Which is on the pregame show. I said, watch this. Watch what they do here. They're just going to pitch all the guys they're going to send down soon. Because want to know why, Jake? They had this mapped out. Just looked at schedule alone because tomorrow, because it's Memorial Day, it's a 1:00 start. So it's a travel day into a 1:00 start. So they definitely didn't want, anyone really pitching late in this game, relievers and all that stuff.
Get them on the plane. Why are they even there?
All right. Well, maybe Judge gets it done here. Do you want to move on to game 3?
Game 3 is live. I mean,
well, 1 strike away from it not being.
Only 1 strike away. Give us some play-by-play, Jim. You've been practicing.
Yeah, I'm behind the chat, but I just muted the chat. BBD might be ahead of me as well. I'm in the shed. It's 0-2. Judge came out swinging pretty big. All the fans are up in Detroit. 0-2 pitch. Is it still Fulmer on the bump? Yeah, Fulmer on the bump. Shakes off that pitch. Catcher says time. It's on me.
Time.
Judge doesn't move out of the box because Judge doesn't like moving out of the box. All right, here we go. Clint's on second. Stanton's on first. Andujar's on third. Way outside. Just completely spiked it. Way outside.
How about Fulmer getting high leverage relief innings for them? Good for him.
Well, he kind of turned this into high leverage.
Yeah, but he came out in one of their other games.
Game 1, was it? When it was 1-1?
I think it was game 1. Let me see. And I think he was throwing like 90-mile-per-hour slide pieces.
1-2 to Judge. Strike 3 looking. Tied him up with slider in the over the zone. So they lose. So you want burn game 3?
I'm ready to do it.
All right. On your mark. And on your set. And hold up. Uh-oh. Wow. Do we even care? I lost the song. I don't even know if we could hear it anyway. Got it. Burn!
Mike King to save the Yankees season. We need his royalty versus we're going scuba diving. Tariq Skubal. Yankees saw him earlier this year. They fared pretty well, so they'll probably do that today, right? Nomar Garcia Mazara with the RBI double in the first. Scores 2 for Detroit. In the third, it is 3-0. Make it 6. Willie with an I, and I am sad. Castro with the 3-run bases clearing double. Zach Short, the compound scores. How about that? That's fun. In the 8th, these Yanks will not die easily. Gleyber Torres with the RBI single. How's that for your 8 errors? 6-1 Yanks. Gary Sanchez infield single, and we talked about what happened earlier. Decides to be a dead duck on the bases. Yankees lead the league in that. We just did it live. Bases loaded. Michael Fulmer on the bump. The Judge. It is high. No, guys. Stink time. We got to get on the plane and get home. Yankees lose. The season is over. Yanks get swept by the Detroit Tigers. 6-2 final.
Very nice. We lost your audio for like 2 lines, but it came back. Or at least I did.
Fine.
I don't know if BBD did.
I did.
There were 2.
Right before they went up 6.
Someone said that maybe if the cord's straight, I don't know. Yeah, so the Yankees get swept by the Tigers, and they very much in this game just go with the 3 pitchers who they know they're going to send down afterwards because they were trying to win the Red Sox and Rays series. So,
do they even have enough bodies to call up and send down, though?
Well, yeah, even if they don't send these guys down, they didn't burn guys that they want to use in the next 6 days.
They didn't use their good players. 2021
Yeah.
Yankees.
Yeah, honestly, it's fucking nuts.
They're living in fear, man. They're living in 162 after the 60-game season, and it sucks.
Yeah, I don't know who they could bring up. No one. These guys are here for a little bit. That's all.
The only guy is Krisky.
So they'll send Nestor down and bring Krisky up.
Probably Nelson because he has the options.
True. I tell you this. Let's just get to awards. I'll make it part of my award.
Huge.
Let's go. Time for awards. First award we give out here on Talking Yanks is Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Who goes first? It's Sunday. I go first.
I think you know that.
Sunday, you're first. Are awards brought to us by anyone, or do you want to do that?
Yeah, awards are brought to you by Magic Spoon cereal. I ate a ton of cereal last night. It was very good. Go to magicspoon.com/Yanks and grab a variety pack and try it today. Be sure to use our promo code Yanks at checkout to save $5. It's guilt-free cereal. It's healthy cereal. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories a serving. Keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. Build your own box. Available flavors to build your own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, and cinnamon. Ooh, this is the first time we've had blueberry. I got to buy some more flavors. Go to magicspoon.com/Yanks, grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code Yanks at checkout to save $5 off your order. Backed with 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Remember to get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Yanks. Use code Yanks to save $5. All right. Pride of the Yankees. My pride of the Yankees is what? Cole. Garrett Cole.
It's a good one.
Because if he didn't have a good pitching line, then we'd have nothing besides some other hitters. But I'll go with Garrett Cole. He didn't really have great stuff. Only struck out 5, 6 hits, but grinded it out. Has a really great result. That's what good pitchers do. Went toe-to-toe with the great Casey Mize, who kind of looks like him.
Yeah, doing the young guy knockoff look. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Someone said the Tigers Twitter account just dragged me.
Ooh. What's up, Tigers Twitter?
Roasted you.
Well, no, I fully agree with them.
Yeah.
They said, damn, that's tough.
Tough.
We're in full agreement. It's not dragging me. They're agreeing with me. Do you have a pride, Jake?
Yeah, you were done with Cole?
Yeah, there's not much else to say.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is Jim, you just had the reaction that I had because there's almost little to no players that deserve pride of the Yankees. I think I'm forced to give it to Gary.
Yeah, that's what I looked at. I was like, oh man, Gary had good lines. I didn't even notice that.
You know, he only got thrown out on the bases once. Back-to-back 2 for 3s, which, hey, we'd kill for that from a lot of players. And the spin zone on that will be, and Jim, we've said it kind of jokingly on the pregame show, is that catcher in left field has been a what to watch for the entire season. And so, hey, Gary with a little 4 for 6er in 2 games. Hot. Sucks. There's nobody.
Yeah, I don't even really remember his hits. He got 2 today.
He had an opposite field single yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he had 2 today. I really wasn't fully paying attention after the whole 3rd inning. Man, that sucks. Good pride. It was him or
Thank
DJ. DJ had a sneaky good series, kind of. A couple hits.
It was like Odor was the other option.
Yeah.
But also not.
Fuck, man. All right, next up, pride. Or no, next award is You Yankee Motherfucker.
You Yankee Motherfucker.
Do I have to give it? Can I give it to the Yankees?
If you could I know what you're saying. If you could tighten that up just a little bit, like a front office or
decision makers.
Okay.
Yankees decision makers. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we can duel up unless if you don't have someone, you just want to hop on and we both give it to that. Like if I'm taking too many people.
There's options.
Like just games 2 and 3, they pitched Davy Garcia, Albert Abreu, Mike King, Nestor Cortez, and Nick Nelson on purpose. That was their plan before the game started. They didn't pitch those guys because the score indicated it. It was a 2-run game both times, or in the first game. Like that was their plan in this series. It's not, oh, well, we were down, so we didn't want to burn some good arms. No. That was your plan, to pitch Davy Garcia, Albert Abreu, Mike King, Nestor Cortez, and Nick Nelson, because you're looking ahead.
Yeah.
So whoever is that mindset.
Yankees decision makers.
I don't know who it is, man, because I don't think Boone makes the lineup, but this thought process started when he came. So I don't know if it's like they fired or that the Cashman let Girardi walk, and then when they were interviewing, they were searching for someone who also believed in this thought process of rest and on switch and off switch, or if Boone said, this is how I do it. If I was I don't know. It happened at the transition. Like I said, we've been talking about it since 2018 now for 4 years. So this philosophy happened at the transition, but I don't know if they transitioned because they were searching for this philosophy, Cashman and the analytics department, or if Boone is implementing this. So I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea, but it stems from it started at the transition, and it just sucks for the regular season.
Yeah, it's I'd assume it's the front office, because that was right about the time all the conversation was, when that was kind of when managers started to do nothing. It started to be front offices were taking over and making the decision. So I'd assume they made Boone agree to all this stuff when he took the job. And yeah, man, it's just you use the word brainwashed, and it's perfect because, when we do Talking Baseball and we check in around other things around the league, we see, this star player has played every game. And we just, if Judge gets an off day and the Yankees play 13 straight games, we say, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. And it's just no, these guys are elite athletes. They play baseball through the summer. That's happened for the past 100+ years. So, yeah, no, that's a good one.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Boone's making quotes now. Obviously, we need to do a little better. Yesterday, he was saying about offense. Now he's saying about defense.
Yeah. I'm going to
see this is the scary part. What's that?
I was going to go.
Go, yeah.
Yeah, we got to go. Glaber MFer, because of the defense. I know, it kind of comical. I feel like the last time he's made bad errors, you see him lock in more at the plate, and he threw a fit in the dugout, which we don't hate. Okay, show some emotion. I mean, that second error today was, holy cow. That's a Yankees memory. Very few times I've seen that on the baseball field, and we just got excited about the defense. We, kind of everywhere we stumbled into for the past month, we said, he's been clean. He's been clean. Even the analytics like him. And then to have that happen, that's pretty brutal. So sorry, Puppy Dog G. I saw you try to make it up after, but I mean that was the backbreaker.
Yeah. So I know that Boone has to say this publicly. He just said we are absolutely good enough. We need to figure it out. But they are absolutely not good enough. I hope Cashman can figure out a way to spend those $5 million. My award, my first award, is going to be Little Changes.
Little Changes.
It's a song by Frank Turner, who I like.
Ooh.
Yeah, big Frank Turner. He's British.
We talk Frankie T.
Little Changes. And it goes to Cashman.
Mm.
Time to make some changes.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I said little changes because I like that song, but it's big changes. If Gittins isn't called up tomorrow and Ford down, I think that's a crazy reflection on the mind, the thought process of the organization.
Yeah.
If Gittins isn't called up and Ford sent down tomorrow, not that that's going to really help the Yankees. I don't think like Gittins is the answer, but if they don't try that tomorrow, I think that's the most jarring reflection on the organization you can have. If they were to keep Ford on the roster and keep running him out there. There's other things too, like bring Florial back up. Well, what's the harm? He plays the same as Clint does. Well, okay, we have that. Like if we're waiting until the draft to make big changes, so that's why it's little changes. I just found it. If we're waiting till after the draft because that's when teams will actually make big changes and big trades, well then make as many little changes as you can right now. If you were to replace Clint or Andujar or Gardy with Florial on a day in day out basis and Gittins and Ford with Gittins, maybe it doesn't work. But what's the harm? None of the other guys are playing themselves into a role. Like if you sit there and you think Clint at this point is going to play himself into a stud defensively and offensively, or Andujar, or Gardner, or Ford, or Odor. If you think any of those guys, like if the like, you know what, that we just one of these guys are going to come through and they're going to be a playoff player. Like, no, I understand thinking about that Gio and DJ and Glaber and Stanton and Voit when he comes back. Like I understand, and even Gary and Higgy as a tandem, all of those, sure. There is zero way any of those guys play themselves into a player that offensively and defensively is a net positive as a playoff player. So make little changes. Give Florial at bats. Give Gittins at bats. Bring up Dietrich. I don't care. Like, do something by tomorrow's game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you stumbled into the little changes, which I was going to help you out with, but it's the why not. It's the why not of Florial. It's the why not of Gittins. And hey, let's be honest. I think if we had one of the Yankees analytics guys here, they'd be saying, why do you think we threw Albert Abreu against the Tigers to get him more of a display? I think they would point to that and say, like, Abreu and Davey, like, what do you think we're doing? Hey, I don't care. We're going to need an outfield person. We're going to bank on Luke Voit coming back. And yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, the pitching's been strong, but that was our fear coming into the season. So we'll see. I don't know. It sucks that they're still in flip the switch mode because it's never worked.
It's just tiring to run out so many guys who have no chance of being the guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What's your first award?
My first award is I'm doing the Chicken Pox Award.
Okay. Chicken pox, you only get them once. You have to take a bath in terrible shit. They cured it. I think BBD probably never even got the chicken pox. We were kind of the last bastion of chicken pox kids.
I did get it in third grade for what that's worth. Missed the third grade musical.
So then you might be like the end of the line because I know Luke.
I was like the first set of like infants that got it, so I think I got one that they hadn't perfected yet.
Okay, because I know that my brother, he got the vaccine. Maybe you're going there, Jake. It's a one-time thing, like chicken pox, or it's itchy Clint.
Justin Wilson gets the Chicken Pox Award. Chicken Pox, you were dancing around it. You get it once, and then it's kind of out of the way. So, Justin Wilson in this ninth inning, the semi-controversial non-call, we're not as hot to trot on it. But I think net, Jim, and you've kind of been on this, and I'm on the ship. Net, I think that's a win. Because Wilson's shown nothing. He's shown absolutely nothing. So I think it's IL. And if he wants to go to AAA and he starts, I think pitchers can stay down at AAA for 30 days. So once he's healthy and he starts pitching, if he has 30 days of a beautiful minor league season, then I'll allow him back in the bullpen. If not, that's it. So, it's kind of like I said, if the Yankees win that first game, we do say like, oh, Wilson shut the door. Can't believe he was in that spot, but he did finish the game. And now it's, oh my God, the bad continues. There's no hope. So I'm glad our chicken pox are done with.
What are the odds of us never seeing Wilson again? Remember, if Britton comes back and then O'Day comes back,
right,
and then Sevy comes back and someone has to get bumped or something, like the bullpen is about to get crowded in the next 6 weeks.
I'd say 50% because there's going to be more injuries. And I think the other thing with that is depending how long he stays on the IL, you can't trade those dudes. So, we've made some Justin Wilson trade rumors. So when you put all of that in the pot, yeah, it's flip a coin for me. I don't know. Could I see, end of August or mid-August, we're laughing like Justin Wilson's had an incredible month at AAA and he's coming to fill our last spot in the bullpen? Yeah. Could I see it being over? Absolutely.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting. Obviously, more injuries can happen, but the bullpen gets crowded soon. And
hopefully.
Remember, didn't we run into this? Was it with Drury where we were like, how long can a player rehab in AAA before they have to be like, we ran into this with a player because I remember thinking like, well, maybe they're just trying to trade him as he rehabs.
I'm pretty sure, and this is through my Ootpa game, which, tries to be realistic about it, but I believe pitchers are 30 days, and I think position players are either 10 or 14. So teams don't do funny business with it, but I would have to check that, and not sure for sure.
Okay, that's a very interesting thing. Chickenpox award. This is a good one.
He looks like he's researching it.
I remember when like the Drury thing happened, they kept him down for the max, but like a rehab assignment could be, but I don't remember what that was. But I feel like it was close to a month. But I could very easily be wrong.
And I think he went past it because
because they had to activate and option him. I think eventually because Andujar was too good and whatever else was happening.
It's your final award, Timbuktu.
Uncle Jake award.
Jimmy.
It's the Uncle Jake award.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Do you have any guesses?
Tyler Wade comes to mind. Davey Short. As long as it's not Odor, like if it's not a smell thing, I think I'm okay with it.
Well, do you love your nephew that you just met for the first time this weekend?
I'm into it, yeah.
And then the baby of the Yankees, Davey, first newspaper ever you bought.
Okay.
You love him too?
Yeah.
And Davey is just a baby, man.
It's a baby.
So I feel bad. They rushed this kid. And he's so young that I'm trying to not pass any judgment on who he can be as an MLB pitcher because we're not even close to his development. I mean, watching him pitch last year and this year, there's the flashes of stuff that everyone gets excited about. he's so far away from putting together games and turning over lineups and using his secondary pitches. And he's so young. He's 22. And we did this whole conversation about how, so many guys don't even break out till they're 26.
Yeah.
And, now his development's rushed because now his clock has started. And I don't know if I'd start him again unless we're like in September. I think he hasn't pitched a lot of AAA games. Remember? I mean, he's at 10 AAA starts in his career. He doesn't have his breaking stuff, just isn't there. The off speed pitch, he trusts, it seems like none of it. And then he can't control any of it. And his fastball is only 92. So I'm trying to remind myself and not just come down and be like, this guy's not going to make, he's so young. I feel like the pandemic hurt him. No minor league season in 2020 hurt him a lot. And we're trying to win now. And this guy needs to just get a fuck ton of starts in AAA and work on stuff and tinker. I just don't think, I just think he got rushed. He's just a baby though.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple things there. And I like you started off with, I mean, I'm always going to have a soft spot for Davey because he's my number one newspaper
You're his
guy
Uncle
ever.
Jake.
Yeah. I mean, first newspaper I've ever bought ever. Davey Garcia on the front. Yes, he's crazy young. He's 22. Just turned 22. Like that matters, but it doesn't actually matter. And you're right. I mean, minor league reps wise, you wish this guy should have got a full season last year, and the conversation might be different. But it's not. And he has the weird year last year. Him and Kratzy, I mean, going back to that seems like ages ago. Yeah, I mean, his last full season in the minors, 2019, he jumped around 3 different levels. Crazy strikeouts, 165 strikeouts over 111 innings. But you're right. I mean, he's still figuring out a lot. And, he's trying to do it on the fly. And it's tough. And like you said, we talked about his arm release. And, that's tough to pick up on pitchers. We've asked Plouffe that a few times. And he says, not really. Sometimes it's just the arm speed and the delivery. But, MLB hitters are good. And Davey, he has 55 career innings at AAA, 58 at AA. MLB is up to 42, so almost the same amount. So this guy is so young. I'm still pretty excited for Davey because he is so young and he's still figuring out a lot. And the Yankees didn't help him. If Odor flips to second, he's through the first couple clean, and we've seen him feed off energy and stuff. He didn't look sharp that day. I think we are going to see a chunk more of him this year, and hey, hopefully it's iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, he didn't get help. Neither did Kinger. I mean, King's first inning is a routine ground ball, and then a hit by pitch that the batter didn't even say hit him.
The old button.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, he clearly needs to fine tune a lot.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they let him do that.
Maybe a little bit there, a little bit here.
Yeah, the old saying was Cashman likes having his pitchers pitch a full season in AAA before he moves on them. And this was the first, because of the pandemic, he kind of didn't. They changed that, and then yeah.
Maybe he's
Bummer.
moved.
What is your second award?
My second and final award is the Come On, Be Cool award.
Come on, be cool. Who could DJ?
Yeah, man. Like, be cool, DJ.
Just be you.
Come on, be cool is one of your favorite lines, Jim. You gave me one. I gave you one. Come on, be cool. Yeah. And DJ was the king of cool the last 2 years. I mean, It just seemed always in the big at bat. He did it. It's just weird, man. And, so many of these Yankees, like DJ LeMahieu probably owes thank yous to Clint, Andujar, Gary, everyone who stunk, because otherwise it would be a big story, dude. This guy who just signed this, pretty big extension to be the next Paul O'Neill, and his stats the last 2 years kind of didn't align with his career, but the eye test was so perfect and so beautiful. And now, I mean, we're starting to get into second half of the season territory. Like, we're starting to get into DJ had a bad first half. We're talking OPS that starts with a 6, man. Guy we just gave, 6 years, 100 million? Something like that. So, come on, man. Be cool. Like, let's not make this a conversation. Everyone else has been sucking a lot more than you and covering it up. But, like, let's go, DJ.
Let's go. Yep. Good award. What you got there?
Match.
Lighting your face on fire?
Burning down the house, baby.
All right. Well, tomorrow we got an early game. Rays at 1. Who's pitching tomorrow? Tyone?
Oof. Let's see, I had it up.
So Higgy's going to
Tyone Herman Monty Cole.
So Higgy's going to catch Tyone tomorrow?
Maybe.
That'd be the first, right? Gary's been his guy.
No more Kluber to catch.
Yeah, that's true. Which I think is going to give Gary more starts.
Gary, get hot, dude.
They just don't play clean baseball.
It's so funny that they use the, flip the switch, and we got to be better analogies, because, like, they flip the switch down and they don't realize that.
Yeah, like they think they're switching it up and like getting good. But their status quo should be good, and then they should ramp it up to great. But instead of, you're right, they switched down.
They went to Detroit and they turned their switch off.
Yeah. It's kind of like they were, if they were driving a boat.
Yeah.
The Detroit series was the no wake zone.
Right.
Like, we'll just cruise through. Don't conserve energy. Let's not get in trouble here. And then they turned the engine off and just floated. Yeah.
Right in the current.
Everyone's saying I owe the Tigers an apology. The Tigers didn't really play good. Like, their pitching did well.
Just tell them they'll get an apology when you get an apology from the Yankees.
Yeah. That's a good point. Like, I mean, I didn't make the rules.
Yeah. Just play by them.
Yankees need to make so many changes, man. It's nuts. Like not being talked about. Clint fielding that ball that Miggy Cap scored on from first is bizarre.
Yep.
He let the runner go to third on the throw. Like, if that runner scored, that's something. Gary running into an out there when it would have been prolonged that rally. Glaber's
Andujar missed a fly ball.
Andujar missed a fly ball. He missed a ball at first base today. They just hit into every double play.
The most.
I mean, I saw like Joe's tweeting this, and it's another old saying. You are who you are by Memorial Day. The Nationals might have bucked that when they won the World Series, but like, what could happen that this team, like, it's so much. And if they're only spending $5 million at the trade deadline, they don't have enough money, because now they need 2 outfielders.
They're getting one.
Guardy's going to be the center fielder in the playoffs. Judge is going to be right fielder, and they're going to trade for whoever's in left field.
Well, or Jim, you get the center fielder, and then you have those three fools figured out for left. If Andujar can hit enough, if Clint can hit enough, otherwise it's just going to be old man guard dog and left.
But if there's a guy out there like Peralta, I'm just throwing his name out there. Like, it's going to be easier to find corner outfielders than it is center outfielders at the deadline that can hit. And right now you need a bat more than you need a glove. So if there's like a Peralta out there and he can split with Gardy, but Gardy gets like 3 out of the 5 days, and then in the playoffs it's Gardy and center for defense and Peralta, whoever the corner. It's easier to find corner outfielders than it is center fielders. So, you know, it's gonna. I see it likely being Judge, Gardy, and then whoever we trade for in the postseason, or what you're saying, if they can find a center fielder that can hit, but you can't play Clint or Andujar in left field. They're not hitting, and they're not outfielders.
Yeah, I mean, you just hope it is a long baseball season. Like we said, it's first halves and second. Hope some of those guys say, wow, you know, how bad did that suck? But Miguel Andujar is now hitting 300 or something like that. And, you know, then you put Guardian. But yeah, we'll see. But the thing that brings me back to center field is just it's Gardy. After Gardy right now, it's Tyler Wade.
Yeah. He got some balls today, right? Looks fine.
I saw the one ball at him, squeezed it. That's what you ask.
Yeah, someone on Reddit had I wish I had it in front of me. I know we're going to end, but he was like, so wait, I wish I fucking had it. It was so funny. He goes, so, okay, the lineup is our backup utility infielder is playing center field because our backup center fielder is too old to become a starter, and our injury every year for the last 3 years, center fielder got another injury. Okay, great. And our third baseman turned left fielder is now starting at first base because he can't play anywhere else. And there was like 2 more things, and it was pretty funny. It's like, yeah,
spring training game for the Yanks.
Yeah, I mean, got to rest up. They got the Rays at 1 tomorrow. How crazy is that? The turnaround is kind of nice. Like tomorrow at 1, Tyone versus the Rays.
Let's flip that switch, baby. Prove me wrong.
Who's pitching for the Rays? Did you see it? Do you remember when you looked?
I did not see it for the Rays, but I'm pretty close. Tyone versus Rich Hill.
Oh, Rich Hill's been nasty.
Rich Hill, Glasnow, McClanahan, Yarborough. Hooey!
Oh, fuck.
Buckle up.
We're getting the Rays.
Getting the Rays. 4-gamer.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day. And go Yanks. Tell them, Grams. Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees.